Well, welcome, Knicks Nation. Welcome to another Sunday edition of the Raw Hebrew Remnant. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. I hope your family's enjoying your weekend and that you and your family are safe this weekend. Greetings to all of you that are joining in the chat. Greetings to you all again. Be safe and healthy. I know for a number of people, this is a long weekend because of the Thanksgiving holiday. So, hope you guys are enjoying this. This week, of course, we saw the Knicks lose against Minnesota on the fifth game of the 5-game road trip. But then, of course, when they had the 3 days rest, they came back and played Miami. And we knew that that was going to be a battle. I mean, because it's Miami against New York. And so that just goes back all the way into the 90s. It has been continuous. The only time it was different was when LeBron and Bosh and Wade got together. Then Miami was just dominant, period, right? But other than that stretch, it's always a dogfight between, and even when they were playing, it was a dogfight. But regular game was a dogfight between the Knicks and the Heat. It's just what it is. And so we knew this was going to be no different, and it wasn't. I did watch the whole game last night from beginning to end. Man, the Knicks actually played well in the first quarter. They let go of the rope in the third quarter. Okay, Miami. What can you say? I mean, the stamp of the culture is apparent. I mean, look, they started a rookie. I think it's a rookie. They started. They start a rookie, and they play this other rookie a lot of minutes. And it's like they didn't skip a beat. It's like they didn't, miss anything. They just continue to roll forward. They don't have Tyler Hero. They don't have Duncan Robinson. They have Kyle Lowry. Haywood Highsmith is playing. Jaime Vasquez is playing. And then Kevin Love is playing at a high level. And it's just ridiculous how they continue, no matter what parts they put in there, whether they get somebody that's undrafted or drafted. They pick the players, and this is the thing. Just Eric Spoelstra has been with the organization for more than 20 years. He's been the head coach for more than 15 years. When you have a stability like that in your organization, some of y'all Knicks fans, of course, still don't get it, and I'm not thinking about y'all. As long as the Don gets it, that's important. The most important thing, and Dolan gets it. That's the most important thing. But it takes time to build a culture so that above all the other teams, what you need for your team, right? So a guy may not fit in somebody else's culture, but he fit, because of your experience in dealing with players that fit in your culture, what fits in your culture. See? So the Heat have that down to a science. They know what fits in their culture. They know the players that they need. And they know how to get them. Okay, whether they're not drafted or whether they're drafted, doesn't matter. Whether they're drafted or not drafted, they know. Let me see something here. I'm trying to get all the participants. It's almost like I can't see. I mean, I can't see the participants. I don't know what's going on here. I can't see y'all. I can't see nothing that y'all say. I can't see nothing that y'all. I can't see that y'all here. I know you're here because I see the number, but I'm trying to see if I'm missing something here because I can't see the moving stream. The stream is working, but I can't see it. Anyway, don't think I'm ignoring you. I'm not ignoring you. It's just that I can't see you. Is what it is. I can't see you. Yeah, I can't see you at this point. So I'm going to go on with the thing. And again, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not ignoring you. Okay. So anyway, the Heat know how to pick players for their system. Okay. And like I said, it's important to them. A player may fit in their system, may not fit anywhere else, but they know that he fits in their system. It's the same with the Spurs. And it's no coincidence that the management and the coaching staff have been together a long time and understand what each other needs and wants. So they get the players that fit their system. So they might be a good player, like they might be a player that's high draft pick, and they made a mistake, and he really doesn't fit in their system, right? And everybody will agree, and they'll get rid of the player no matter how talented he is. He might go someplace else and be able to play at a high level, but he just doesn't fit in their system. This makes them consistently good. Okay. This is what I'm looking for when I talk about long-term sustainable winning. Long-term sustainable winning means you must look long-term, not short-term. You must understand how things progress and how players develop. Again, in New York, people don't do that, period. They just don't. They just don't, because of a combination of the media and the fans buying into the media, which is completely always built on short-term results, short-term action. And I talked about this last week, the dopamine effect. Dopamine, they want something that gives them a charge right away. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a long-term sustainable winner, nor do they care. And in fact, they just want the dopamine, the quick candy effect. Okay, versus looking at something that's 5 years, 10 years down the road. So when they hired Tom Thibodeau, my understanding was that it was going to be at least a 5-year project. And yet people were calling for Tom's job from before he's even started. People complaining that they hired him. And from the first game all the way till now, people are still out there calling for his job, because I see it now. I understand they have no idea about long-term sustainable winning. One of the things about long-term sustainable winning, again, is it's long-term. You're not going to get quick results. I don't care how long you've been waiting for a championship. The cake cooks and it's ready when it's ready. Okay? It's ready when it's ready. Not when you want it to be ready, when it's ready. And so here is year 4 of Tom Thibodeau. Okay? And I'm telling you, the way it's going, they should continue. Just continue with this whole crew as long as they can, because that's going to build a long-term sustainable winner in New York. And so part of that also, of course, is being opportunistic without going overboard on your salary and killing your whole your program. So like for the Heat, they drafted a Tyler Hero. They drafted in the late first round a Bam Adebayo. Okay. And I still think Bam is not only unique for that system, he's just a unique player. A guy that's 6'10" that can run a fast break. Like he could dribble actually like Ben Simmons. He really can move the basketball like Ben Simmons. He does, and he shoots. He probably shoots. You never see him shoot threes. He's not going to be a three-point shooter, but he can get the ball up the floor fast. He can play high level defense. And that's a real important thing when you want a winning team. So you get a guy like that. Then you pluck a Kyle Lowry out of the free agent market, right? And then you pluck a Kevin Love on the cheap out of the, of a trade or a free agent market. And you get that to your team and you fit that in your system. I just really admire that team, that system, that culture. And again, I want the Knicks to be that when they grow up. Okay. So Friday night, we knew that was going to be a dogfight. Now, the Knicks is 15 games in. Okay, here we are, 15 games into the season. Okay, and I told y'all 20 to 30 games, and I said I'm closer to 20 because this team has continuity. And so because of the continuity effect, I expected that they would start hitting their stride after 20 games. Okay, and I still think that. After 15 games, I want, and this is the thing, a lot of people in Knicks Nation are not honest. What do I mean by that? Most people weren't picking the Knicks to be 9-6 after 15 games. Right? I mean, be honest. People will deny it now. But most people were not picking the Knicks to be 9-6 after 15 games. Okay? But we knew that they could do that because of the continuity. And they had several obstacles. Okay? So Drew wasn't 100% coming into the season. They've overcome that. Okay? They lose RJ for migraines and for a couple of games. Okay. They lose Grimes for a couple of games. They keep going. Okay. They keep going. Okay. They have had 4 back-to-backs already. See, I looked it up. Most teams get about 11 back-to-backs for the season. There's a couple of teams that have 14. The Knicks are about 11. But it's not just the number of back-to-backs. It's when you have them. What you don't want is to have back-to-backs in March. Okay, because that's when you start in your stride. Back-to-backs tend to be very difficult on the team and add to the possibility of injury. Okay, the Knicks are having almost of theirs between October and December. They got 3 of them in January, but in March, the Knicks don't have any back-to-backs. Whereas Miami, I think, got 3 or 4 back-to-backs in March. See, you don't want that. Okay, so you combine the fact that they're having a tough part of their schedule early, and then the fact that they start to play better under Tom Thibodeau after the midpoint of the season. This is going to bode very well for the Knicks going forward. This is going to bode very well for our squad, and I'm very excited about those possibilities, right? But against the Heat, now. These are the things we have talked about that we have going for us. The Knicks on any given night, Drew could be the guy. RJ could be the guy. Brunson can be the guy. IQ could be the guy. Mitch Robb can be the guy. Dante could be the guy on any given night. Okay? On any given night. Though that's at least 5, 6 different possibilities of combinations that can destroy an opponent on any given night. Okay? So they're going through the difficult part of the schedule early. They got several weapons. They got a tough defensive culture. This bodes very well for our team. I'm telling you. Right now, the Knicks and the Indiana Pacers are tied for the 5th seed in the East. There's a 3-way tie, I think, for the 3rd seed or 2nd seed in the East. 3rd seed, I think. 3-way tie. In fact, let me take a look at it again. I think the Knicks, let me take a look here. The Knicks are tied for the 5th seed in the East with Obi Toppin, Halliburton, and the Pacers. And then you got a 3-way tie for the 2nd seed, Orlando, Milwaukee, Philly. And then, of course, there's Boston, which is a game ahead of those 3 for the 1st seed. And let me tell you, it's going to get more of a dogfight. Nobody's going to run away with this. This is going to be a dogfight all season, okay? I think we knew that Orlando was going to be good. I'd be lying if I told you I thought they'd be this good. I knew Orlando was coming, okay? We talked about that before. Me and my crew went and seen Orlando last season against the Knicks, seen them beat the Knicks, and I got to see Paolo Banchero live and direct. And once I saw him, and I knew I was wrong about Franz Wagner. I underestimated Franz Wagner. I admit it. I thought he was going to be solid. I didn't think he would be that good, but he is. And him and Paolo, and then you throw in the ancillary pieces that they got, and they're well head coached. They're going to be good. And so I shouldn't be surprised at them being where they are in the standings. I don't think they're going anywhere. I think they're going to be in that top 6 all season. Yeah, I think they will. Now, I don't think Boston is going to be able to hold the standard of excellence they have held so far this season. They haven't gotten to the tough point of their season yet. They got to go through their grind. Every team does. Okay, the Knicks are going through it now. Every team got to go through their grind. Okay, so I think they're going to pull back a little bit. So this is going to be a dogfight. Right now, Miami is in the 7th seed at 10-7. Atlanta is in the 8th seed at 8-7. Cleveland is in the 9th seed at 8-8. And let me tell you, I told you all about Cleveland. Cleveland is extremely talented, but all of y'all that are still balling and whining for Donovan Mitchell, I told you it's not worth us doing it because they got no defense at the point of attack. That's still the problem. They don't have defense at the point of attack. Okay. Now, it's interesting. I find it very interesting. Last year, this time, I was putting out videos defending Tom Thibodeau because of all y'all haters And some of y'all still exist, unfortunately, for your mental condition. But all your haters calling for a job. This year, I'm finding myself defending Quentin Grimes because Knicks Nation is so short-sighted that they can't understand what you have. You don't understand what you have. Okay. Some knucklehead going, see, you hating RJ and you love Grimes. I never hated RJ. Anybody that got any kind of mental balance, I never hated RJ. I thought RJ was going to be, from the beginning, the second coming of Jimmy Butler. I thought he was going to be Jimmy Butler 2.0. But my problem was he wasn't taking that step. I know eventually he would take it. I didn't know it was going to happen this year, though. All of us were always hoping he would take the step. He took it. Okay, I was thinking maybe 2 years. Okay, and I was willing to wait unless you had to choose between him and Quick. I'm not losing Quick. I'm sorry. Quick is ready now. So now both of them are ready. Okay, but Grimes, it's going to be better than both of them. I'm telling you. Okay, some of y'all can't see development. Okay, you're looking at a guy in the beginning of his third year playing with guys that he defers to. His position on the floor is to defer and D up the hardest dudes. That's what he does. Okay. He can do more, but to win, the Knicks don't need him to do more. The Knicks need him to do exactly what he asked to do now. D up the toughest dude on the other team, hit spot up shots. Okay. That's what you need from him. Move the basketball. That's what you get from him for now. Okay. But some of y'all can't see it. And then it kills me. It kills me that there are people that started with their argument with Tibbs. He don't know how to develop players. He only wants veterans. And while you're arguing, RJ's developing. While you're arguing, Mitchell Robinson's developing. While you're arguing, Julius Randle's developing. And none of you want to give any credit to the head coach. Oh, what? They just developed. Some knucklehead talking about, oh, RJ only developed because he worked out over the summer. I mean, seriously? Okay. I don't care who the head coach is. Anybody in New York, there's going to be a whole contingent of people that hate him. I don't care if it was daggone Red Auerbach. Y'all would be chasing him out of town. But no, he developed those guys. And now what you're watching in real time is the development of one Quentin Grimes. Okay? And you should appreciate it instead of tripping. All right? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, before the season's over, you're going to see Grimes knock a couple of games where he hits 5, 6, 7 3-pointers. It's going to happen. Okay? I'm telling you. And when it does, I don't want to hear from y'all because I'm telling you right now it's coming. All right? So I'm not worried about Quentin Grimes. To me right now, the most important aspect of Quentin Grimes' game is defense and moving the basketball. That's the most important part of his game. Okay? He'll get the open looks. They'll start to look for him. He'll knock them down. It's going to come. I'm not worried about it 15 games into the season, in his third season. Okay? Not worried about it. Right? He's going to be fine. Right? So then Dante comes in and do what we expected him to do, and everybody wants Dante to start. No, Dante should not start. Grimes should start. You don't want to interrupt his development because you guys are in a hurry. You can't make the cake bake any faster because you're in a hurry. You got to let it do it. It do what it do. Okay? Dante's doing what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to come in and play heady ball. He's supposed to come in and play heady defense. He's supposed to come in and hit. That's why they're paying him $48 million. He's supposed to come in and hit open shot. That's what he's supposed to do. But long term, in terms of your long term, 10 years from now, starting two guard, that's Quentin Grimes. Okay? That's Quentin. Now, if they were to get signed an OG Anunoby, yes, they'd move Quentin Grimes to the bench because he'd be part of Mobb Deep because you're not going to move RJ to the bench. RJ would start at the 2 guard and OG would start at the 3. Okay. And yes, the Knicks would be really good. But that's one of the few scenarios. I'm not, there's very few other players that would be available that the Knicks would be interested in to make such a move. Very few. Okay. OG would be one of the few. If you wanted to go, if you could get a Mikal Bridges, that would make it happen too. But the Knicks are not getting Mikal Bridges because the Nets are not giving up Mikal Bridges. Okay. That's not going to happen. You're not going to get Mikal Bridges walk across the Brooklyn Bridge and come to Madison Square Garden. That's like some of y'all thinking that Daryl Morey is going to let Joel Embiid come to New York. Well, y'all crazy? That ain't going to happen. So forget Mikal Bridges, but they ain't re-signed OG yet, and he got one more year after this one on this contract. And so we see how this turns out. Okay, the Don ain't like other people that have been running the show in New York. He's not gonna get ripped off by Masai Ujiri. He's not gonna get ripped off by Danny Ainge. The Don ain't doing that, so we don't have to worry about that. When the Don finds a deal he wants, he'll take it. He's opportunistic. That means you, in order to be opportunistic, if you find something that fits you, that helps you continue your program, you do it. Otherwise, you walk away like he did with Donovan Mitchell. Okay, so if OG's available and it fits with our program and we can get it at the right price, remember, price is important to the Don, as it should be, then we'll do it. Unlike certain knuckleheads on ESPN that demand that you give away the whole team to get a piece that may not even fit. And y'all know who I'm talking about. Stupid. Stupid ain't stupid. But you let that flow. You do the flow according to your long-term, sustainable winning plan. Okay? Now this year, I already said, somebody said, well, what's the outcome of this year? I think I've been pretty consistent about saying 50 plus wins, top 6 in the East, could be top 4. I think I've been pretty consistent in saying that. Okay. And I still say that 50 plus wins, top 6 in the East, could be top 4. Okay. Could be top 4. Brunson. See, what Brunson messed up, what the NBA got messed up on it with Brunson is now the dude got the nerve to start playing some defense too. I mean, he's already got legendary footwork. If you want to see footwork, like I said, DeMar DeRozan and Brunson in today's game, they're the best. They're the best. In today's game, DeMar DeRozan and Brunson's footwork. You got a lot of players that have, like Jason Tatum, amazing. His footwork was amazing in high school. If you remember Jason Tatum, when he was in Duke, his footwork was amazing then. And that's one of the reasons he's a superstar now. 6'8", can shoot like that, play defense with long wingspan and footwork on man. See, there's some players that got this the league, right? But Brunson could write a book on it. So could DeMar DeRozan. It's amazing, those two. The footwork is unbelievable. Okay. And so then he got the nerve to start showing up on the defensive end as well. Daggone, man. Daggone. And then IQ. See, that game Friday night that I saw last night, they contained you. They were putting a lot of energy in containing Mitchell Robinson. And they needed to, because Mitch Rob will kill you. So they did all their energy to make sure they got Mitch Rob off the offensive glass. They contained Drew. But you know what? It's like trying to put your finger on a dam when there's water leaking, when it's about to break. You can try to cover, but you can't cover it all. So you had the IQ came off. Then you had Brunson come off. Then you had RJ do his thing. Got the nerve to lock down Jimmy Butler. How many of y'all remember y'all was down laughing at me when I said RJ is going to be Jimmy Butler 2.0? He'll never be that. He's not going to be Jimmy Butler. What you saying now? What y'all saying now? It's pretty crickety out there. Pretty crickety. It's pretty crickety out there. What y'all saying now? Okay. Y'all better listen to me. I'm telling you about Quentin Grimes. Y'all should remember 2 years ago when you was laughing at me and I was telling you this young boy is going to be Jimmy Butler 2.0. Y'all better hear me now. Watch Quentin Grimes. Somebody say, well, he might average 15 a game in his prime. What the hell? I'm like, telling y'all. Okay. Telling you. Don't sleep on Q, dog. Watch RJ and you should learn. Okay. He's taking this step. I thought maybe age 24 to be 25. This young Negro took the step. This coconut decided at age 23, he's going to be the man. Shoot. Here we go. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. Jew, listen, Jew, he had 6 turnovers. He had bad turnover game. There's no doubt about it. Some of y'all need to stop expecting that he's going to be all of a sudden, perfect every game. That's the problem with Knicks Nation. Some of y'all really think every game, 82 games, somebody says, this is a must win. Not every game is a must win. Especially if you ain't played 20 games yet. Now, they're big games. They're statement games. But ain't no must win now. Come on now. Okay? And if y'all lose, some of y'all ready to jump off the Brooklyn Bridge at every loss and ready to blame. Who to blame? It's got to trade somebody. We got to make moves. We're too short. Some of y'all need to calm the flock down. Okay? Calm the flock down. All right? And some of y'all need to make like a shepherd and get the flock out of here. The Knicks fine. No, we good. Jew didn't have his best game. He didn't. He had 6 turnovers the other night. He had 6 turnovers in that last game, okay? He had 6 turnovers, but let's look at his stats for that game. I mean, look, man, what you think? He gonna knock y'all, fit. You know what I mean? Some of y'all need to chill for a minute. Just chill for a minute. We good, man. So I'm looking at this here. Let me look at you, man. My man Juju. See, I was on board to trade Juju just like a year ago, but then he didn't change my mind. I'm all in on Juju. I know he's our problem child, but I'm ready to defend Juju now. I'm ready to defend him. So Juju had 8 boards, 7 assists, and 13 points. Shot 5 of 12 from the field. We know what that tells me, 5 of 12 from the field. What does that tell me? What does that say? It says he wasn't forcing a lot of stuff. He was trying to pass the ball. He made some bad decisions. Yes, he had 6 turnovers. Yes, he did. Yes, he has to be more careful with the basketball. But I see 12 shots and say, this is the guy that usually gets 18 shots, right? 16 shots. He took 12. And he saw Quickly was hot and Quickly got 17 shots. Barrett got 14. Brunson got 16. You know what that's called, brethren? That's called balance. And Jew only took 12. That's called balance. Okay? That's balance right there. That's what you want. See, when you listening to people like Stephen A. Stupid all the time, or Stephen, Booty, whatever his name is, or Brian Windbag, when you listening to these idiots and you start forming opinions based on these idiots' opinions, you start to become an idiot. But you really want to look at the Knicks in terms of what does a long-term sustainable winner look like? They go through good and bad. What does a team look like? Does the playoff teams, do the top teams win every game? Do they never get blown out? Every team gets blown out. It happens. Even Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, they got nights when they got blown out. It happens. Even Magic Johnson with Jabbar, there was nights they got beat. Magic Johnson them lost in the playoffs in a 3-game miniseries to the Houston Rockets when Magic airballed a foul shot. I remember watching the game. I couldn't believe what I was watching. They're defending NBA champions. Okay? Defending NBA champions. It happens to every team, y'all. Why y'all act like it's unique to the Knicks? It happens to every team. But look, you got a balanced team that knows how to defend at a playoff level, and now you got a maestro running your show in Jalen Brunson. And if something happened to the maestro, you got Mobb Deep ready to step right in. What's wrong with some of y'all? Do you realize what you have here? It's like, knew a guy, his son, he was abusing his son. He was always down on his son. And then later on, but he didn't realize his son was a genius. And he said later, I didn't realize what I had. I didn't realize what I had. That's some of y'all. You got a team. This is a team. The continuity is the fit. Y'all worried about them being 6'4" and they second in the league in rebounding, top in the East in points per game on defense, opponents' points per game, and you're worried about their height. Stop tripping. No, we don't need no big forward. We don't need nothing. Right now, all they need to do is keep playing. That's all they need to do right now. Keep playing. That's all they need to do. And they're going to do it tonight. Now, tonight is another big game. because you got a 4-game homestand, right? They just want to very, look, coming down from 21 to be the team in the league is big time. That's major. Yo, that's big time. Coming back from 21 down to be the team. And I watched the game. There was a point, like I think in the second and third quarter, nothing was going right. The Knicks were completely out of sync. Going into the fourth, completely out of sync, man. And they came back, got it together, and just the steamroller came. I told you, Brunson, the assassin, Brunson, that's what he is. Daggone assassin. He took out the scope, put the red beam on it, and he started knocking brothers out. The Maestro. And they came back. Look, when you do that in the league, brethren in Knicks Nation, understand, you could do anything. Anything is possible. You're never out of a game. And you tell me, was not the Knicks fighting from tip to buzzer every game this year? Have you seen any game where they just gave up, where Tom Thibodeau threw in the towel? We've had other games. We've had them beat teams where they guys threw in the towel. The Knicks never throw in the towel. No, hell no. Okay? So what you got right now, you got a 4-game homestand. Okay? Before your toughest part of the season comes in December, you got a 4-game homestand. You just beat the Heat. Tonight's a pretty good game. Pretty big game, because you could beat Phoenix tonight. Look, Kevin Durant. Now, I don't think Bradley Beal is playing. I think Bradley Beal is out, right? I'm pretty sure he's out, which I was kind of, like some of us in Knicks Nation were kind of like on that tip anyway, what they got Beal play. I mean, it's a name. Yeah, they got a name, okay? But look, you know what? Names don't play. Players play, okay? Durant is day-to-day with his foot. Bradley Beal is out. Damian Lee is out. Watanabe is out. Okay. They need Durant in there tonight. They better get him in there tonight. They got Devin Booker. Bradley Beal is out, so they're going to have Eric Gordon starting. He's a veteran. They got Grayson Allen. They might be missing Kevin Durant with the foot, and then they got Keila Bates D out behind them and Yusuf Nurkic. Let me tell you something, man. We got a good chance tonight. We got a good chance. Okay. If they can win this game tonight, we might be able to go on a little streak. Okay. But we got to take it one game at a time. I'm trying to keep myself calm. It's like I try to keep some of y'all calm. You're not going to go 82-0, but we can do a little streak if they can win tonight. Okay. Nobody gets hurt, hopefully. Okay. I would have Mitch Robb guarding Kevin Durant. I would have Juju guarding Nurkic. Everybody else would be like, you're going to have Grimes on Devin Booker, and so on and so forth. But I would have the length and athleticism of Mitch Robb on Durant. Now, I don't know if Tom's going to do that, but I would do that. And I would have Ju guarding Nurkic, who is not as mobile. Now, he might very well, Tom might say, I believe in you, Juju. Get out there and guard one of the best players in the planet. He might have to do that. But Kevin Durant is 7 feet tall with a 7-foot wingspan that could shoot, as we know, could shoot the three from any place on the floor, can go off the dribble. He's got all that. Even at how old he is, I don't know. What is he, like 35, something like that? I mean, even with that advanced age, he is still, Kevin Durant is 30. He's 35. He is still, Kevin Durant. All right. So he might have Ju guard him. And by the way, one of the reasons Mitch Robb wasn't as effective Friday was the foul. That stupid foul that the ref called in the first foul took him out the game completely. If you can get him out the game in the first quarter, you can get him out the game, period, even if he's in the game, because he's not going to be the same impact. And they did that. They got him out the game in the first quarter, and that messed up. Now, Isaiah Hartenstein, he's always going to be full tilt, dive on the floor player. We got him and Josh Hart. bookends in this regard. They're going to always be on the floor, dive on the floor, 100% effort, going to try to out hustle you, Charlie hustle all over the floor. And that's what the both of them did on Friday. It's the extra benefit if they're hitting shots, but they're going to give you that. That's another plus. Okay, that's why our Hart should never start. And actually, I don't think Josh Hart should ever start. They should both be permanent fixtures of Mobb Deep because of the energy they bring. Okay, but in terms of tonight's matchup, he might put Juju on KD, but I would rather see Mitch Rob because Mitch Rob will make him have to put the ball on the floor. If they can double him, make him get rid of the basketball. I like Grimes one-on-one against Booker. I like that matchup. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. Booker is an all-NBA player, one of the premier shooters in the game. So it's not going to be easy now. But I think Grimes will make it tough enough for him, to shoot a lower percentage than he usually shoots. And that will help the Knicks. The Knicks are very opportunistic defensively. If y'all notice, they really like to run off of steals and fast breaks. And both units, the first unit and the second unit, produces steals and fast breaks very well. So I like that. Dante is fitting in there perfectly with that. And then, of course, as I said, there's RJ, there's Brunson. They're very opportunistic with that. Okay. Josh Hart, of course, we know he'll get a rebound and take it the length of the floor. Okay. And I like when he does that. It puts a lot of pressure on the defense. That's another thing. I don't even know. Let me just see here. What does Phoenix defense look like? Let me just take a look. Let me just take a gander at their defense. Right now, they're playing pretty good. They give up 113 points a game, but they got almost a 4-point differential, which is very good. So they must be playing some defense. They got a 4-point differential. They've actually won 5 in a row. I want to say they won 5 in a row recently, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, they have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. They just beat the Grizzlies for their 6th win in a row. They've beaten Jazz. They've beaten Timberwolves, Jazz twice, Trailblazers, Warriors, and Grizzlies. They won 6 in a row. So they're coming in here pretty hot. They're playing pretty good defense. So this ain't going to be easy, but the Knicks could beat them. Okay. This is not going to be like them just walking all over us. This ain't the 19. This ain't the 2010, 2011, 2015 Knicks. We could play with these guys. Okay, so I like our chances. But yeah, they've won 6 in a row, and they're playing very good defense. There, as far as the differential in the West, they are 5th in the West in differential. So they're playing very well. Yeah. I like the way they're playing. So this is not going to be easy, okay? But I like our chances. Yeah, I like our chances. Now, as far as their bench, they generally, like I said, I like the ancillary players, the other pieces that they got. Let's see who's available, though, as far as their bench. Let's see who's available. Jordan Goodwin, I don't even know. Do any of y'all know who he is? I don't even know who he is. Eric Gordon, of course, Josh Okogie. These are classic bench pieces. Watanabe is a bench piece. Nasir Little hasn't been getting a lot of time. He's a bench piece. Bo hasn't been getting a lot of time. He's a bench piece. And of course, Eric Gordon in his elderly part of his career is a good bench piece. So they got a nice bench tonight. Bates, Diop, Kogi, Gordon are going to be available. So they, they got a nice bench. Grayson Allen is ready to play. Nurkic is ready to play. Booker's ready to play. Beal is not. So I'm thinking Gordon and Grayson Allen are going to be doing a lot of rotating. But they got a nice bench too. So the Knicks bench has to show up tonight. Okay. They got to show up. So, period. Got to show up tonight. So anyway, Brunson, I'm expecting him to do what he do. I am expecting the Knicks bench. They scored 37 points against Miami on Friday night. That's what we need from Mobb Deep. And I'm saying we need that on a regular basis, somewhere between 34 and 40 points on a regular basis from the Knicks bench, and they're capable of that. So I think we should be able to see that. I'm looking for IQ to have another game like he had. I like the way he played. He's had some rough games early, but again, it's early. Okay, it's early. I'm expecting him to come off And again, we could talk about, his contract situation. Like I said, to me, I feel like the Knicks have to sign him regardless. So regardless where he goes out in the free market and somebody offers him a contract, he's a restricted free agent. Knicks got to match it. Period. We got to match it. It could put us in some sort of a little bit of a bind that the Don don't like, but I think we got to match it. We got to keep IQ. Okay, we got to keep him. So going forward, so I'm expecting him to come off and do what he does. RJ, I feel like RJ on Friday. Okay, he started coming back into form. He missed a few games. The migraine, had a little knee issue. But I'm feeling like Friday, it showed me that he's coming back into form. Now, if that's the case, Phoenix is going to have a problem because you're going to have Brunson, you're going to have RJ, you're going to have Mitchell Robinson doing work. And I'm going to tell you, I like Nurkic, but he can't deal with Mitch Rob on the offensive glass. He can't. I mean, let's be real about it. I mean, Mitchell Robinson is the premier offensive rebounder in the NBA. And if you try like Miami did, you got to hope that, you can get him out the game with fouls. Because if you don't, he's going to hurt you. Okay. Now, they average 11 offensive boards per game. That is Phoenix. And they average 44 rebounds a game. That's pretty daggone good. But the Knicks average 47 rebounds a game and 14 offensive boards a game. Okay. Now, another thing. I'm expecting something from Juju today. I know he shot 12 shots Friday. He's not going to force it. He's playing smarter basketball. I'm expecting him to be better on the turnover front today. I'm expecting him to be stronger on the rebounding front today. And like I said, Tom may show him that confidence and say, listen, go out there and guard Kevin Durant. He might. Okay, he might. I wouldn't mind that, especially if Jew is up for it. You see, it's not because of my man Gumby. Gumby, I got to give you, I give you your props. I give some of y'all props because even though y'all swing heavy on certain players' nutsacks, regardless, right? I do too, because I'm on heavy on Grimes, I'm heavy on IQ, I'm heavy on Deuce, I'm heavy on Mitch Rob. Definitely. And I was heavy on OB. OB was one of my crew. Okay. And I'm glad to see them. They're also tied for the 5th seed now. Okay. Obi's averaging 12 a game for now. I'm watching Obi. He averaging 12 a game, but he done had a 27-point game. He's coming. Okay. He's coming. So don't worry about that. But I don't want them beating us. But I'm gonna always be an OB fan. So anyway, that aside, so I understand some of y'all, if I say anything critical of RJ, some people take that I just killed RJ. If I see anything critical of Jew, I just killed Jew. And I'm not trying to kill people. I'm just trying to tell you where it is. Okay, like some of y'all really killing Grimes right now. That's one of my homies. But I'm all Juju now. I think Juju has turned the corner maturity-wise. He's turned the corner wisdom-wise in terms of how to play the game. He still has his issues, and I accept his issues as part of who he is. This is the thing when you have a player like this. You must accept who they are. If you're expecting Julius Randle to never have an attitude again, you're deceiving yourself, okay? That goes with the territory of having Julius Randle. But what we are getting from him is smarter basketball. He's playing smarter ball, man. He's given effort consistently on the defensive end. He's always been a ferocious rebounder, and he's still a ferocious rebounder. He does take some bad shots, and he's still going to take some bad shots. But look, he only took 12 shots last game. Okay, he's not forcing anything. That's maturity right there. So I like what we're doing, man. I like what we're doing. I like what we're saying. So I'm expecting Drew to come strong tonight. Kevin Durant's going to give us a problem. So is Devin Booker. They're going to give us a problem now. They're not all NBA and all world for nothing. But if we can at least slow them down a little bit, that's what I'm saying. I like Grimes against Booker because I'm not saying he's going to lock Booker up. See, in the league, there are players that cannot be guarded. Like you cannot stop them from getting 20 points. There's just guys like that. Booker's one of those guys. Okay. Ant Edwards is one of those guys. Tatum is one of those guys. There's guys that there's no way you're going to stop them from scoring their average. They're going to get it. The question is, can you make them work harder for it? Can you make them hit shots like Tatum against the Knicks was hitting shots falling out of bounds? Well, he's going to hit them. He's going to hit them. But if you make him take that, you're doing good, see? You understand? You don't want him getting to his spots and getting one dribble from the top of the key right to the rim all the time. You don't want him doing that. The same with Devin Booker. He's got spots. You want him to work hard. Q-Dog gonna make him work hard. If we can get him working hard for his points and getting him to force some stuff, that's going to help us. Okay? Same with Durant. You're not going to stop him. He's going to get 25. He's going to get it. How hard can you make it for him? Will the refs be helping him out at the foul line? That's another thing. Okay? Will the refs be helping him out at the foul line? Well, we don't know. Okay, so that's going to, these are all going to be issues that's going to have to be dealt with. All right, so Kevin Durant averages 9 foul shots a game. See, so he's going to get that. Devin Booker averages 8 foul shots a game. So you know that that's coming. Kevin Durant takes 20 shots a game. Devin Booker takes 19 shots a game. Kevin Durant shoots 52% from 3, and Booker shoots 45% from 3. This is not going to be an easy assignment. Okay, it's not. But if you can make Durant, instead of shooting 52% from 3, if you could hold him to 38, and instead of Booker shooting 45, you can hold him to 35. Okay, if you could do that, then you got a shot at this. You understand? Kevin Durant is averaging 31. Can you hold him to 25? Booker's averaging 30. Can you hold him to 25? That's what you're talking about. Okay, they're going to get their points. There's the players in the league that are just, you can't guard them. That's why this is the league. But you get a guy like a Grimes to see if you can slow him down a little bit. Okay, can you slow him down a bit? Can you stop their effectiveness against you in terms of winning the game, while at the same time putting forth your program and doing what you do? Okay, that's what we're looking for, and I think we could do it. I really do. I think the Knicks could do that tonight. I'm looking for Mitch Robb. See, as I'm saying, there's too many. I'm looking for Mitch Robb to have a big offensive rebounding game. I'm looking for I-Hart and J-Hart to come off the bench, diving all over the floor and running fast breaks. I'm looking for Grimes to slow down Devin Booker. And don't let Grimes start hitting that 3. It's going to come. I'm looking for RJ to be new RJ, Broadway Barrett. I'm looking for IQ to come off the bench and get at least 20 today. And I'm looking for Brunson to be the maestro, okay? If we can get this thing going, we got a good shot today at the Garden, taking care of business. I think we can. I'm really confident in that. Okay. Not guaranteeing a win against no daggone Kevin Durant-led team with Devin Booker now. But if we can win this game, it's going to bode well for the Knicks. We've got a 4-game homestand. We can win this game. We could do some things. Okay. We could do some things going into December. December's coming. You know, like I said, 9 games on the road in December, 3 back-to-backs. It's going to be tough. Okay. But 5-game road trip. It's going to be tough, but the Knicks will be ready. The Knicks will be ready. I'm still thinking if we can take care of business on this homestand, the Knicks have a chance to be at a 600%, 60%. They're at 60% winning record right now. I think they can maintain that going into January. I think they can. Okay. I think that's possible. So it's really starting now with what's going on. That big win Friday night was a big win, man. And then you're getting RJ back healthy. Juju is healthy. Mitch Robb is healthy. You really, and people are complaining. Jericho needs more minutes. Deuce deserves minutes. Listen, y'all, it's not about deserving right now. It's not. It's about winning. Tom is not going with a 10-man rotation. Stop beating your heads up against the wall. It's not going to happen. He's going with a 9-man rotation. And sometimes he'll even do an 8-man rotation. But he's not going 10. I'm Deuce Hive. I wanted them to draft a kid. But there's no time right now. You're right now developing your regular 9-man rotation. If somebody's out, Deuce is the next man up. Okay? And I don't know what they're going to do at the end of the season. I really don't. Because they're going to keep IQ, which I feel like they must. Then Deuce probably will go to another team, okay? Like Obi. They'll do him a solid, send him someplace where he'll be in starting or he'll be in the rotation, okay? And there'll be teams out there lining up for him, no doubt. But if IQ leaves, Deuce will move up into the rotation next year. But for right now, you got your 9-man rotation. Brunson, RJ, Grimes, Mitch Rob, and Jew. You got IQ, iHeart, J Hart, Dante. That's your team. Okay. You got to let them run. Let these horses run and see what they can do. Let these thoroughbreds do their thing and see how fast they can go. That's what we got to find out. Never mind all this. We should try more Jericho, more Deuce. No, can't. Just get over it. I did. I love Deuce. I like to see Deuce starting, but it ain't going to happen. Let's move on. Can the Knicks win? Can we get the 4th seed? Can we get out of the second round? Can we get to the ECF? These are more important questions than getting Jericho and Deuce more minutes. Okay? We're trying to win. So, let's win. Anyway, got some issues that I got to fix with my daddy today. In terms of his situation with some of these places, man. These it's supposed to be caring, rehab and caring. That's why I came down here. So I got to handle some business with my daddy today, and I'm going to handle it. Praise the Most High. Anyway, I want to thank y'all. I'm sorry I couldn't see any of y'all. I can't see nothing out here. I can't see the page. I can't see nothing. I don't know where y'all at. I know y'all out there because I see the numbers. I see the views is 290 something. So I know y'all out there, and I apologize. The system is doing what it do. Maybe they, you never know with YouTube. But anyway, it is what it is. But listen, let's enjoy this game today. Let's enjoy this game. The Knicks are going to fight to the end. You know that. And so it's going to be a game. You're right. It's going to be a game today. They're going to fight to the end. You know that. So, yeah, let's enjoy it. It's 6 o'clock tonight. It's on. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Please be safe out there. So